Hello and welcome to, again, another episode of It's All About Missions. And this week I actually want to talk about something that's not necessarily a devotional, but I want to talk to you about a place that is training young people to be missionaries. As you see, you may not be able to tell, but the logo here on my shirt is for the Our Generation Training Center. And this is a place, it's in Alpharetta, located at Vision Baptist Church in Alpharetta, Georgia. And this is training center, its whole purpose, its whole focus is training young people to get the gospel to the lost and dying world, to give their life to missions. And right now, they have about 17 or 18 students that are at the training center. And these young people are at different levels. Some of them are about to wrap up and to take a 6-month internship. But many of them are learning the basics about Bible. It's Bible college classes, so they're learning the basics of Bible study. They're learning things about the Bible, but also they're being impacted by missionaries and learning about missions. And how the Our Generation Training Center works is, in all, it's about a 3-year program. And you come down for about 2.5 years and you do all of your studies. The thing is it's you're getting the same amount of credits as you would in a 4-year Bible college, but you're going year round. So there isn't summers off and winters off. You're going year round. They do have small breaks here and there, but this is a great opportunity for young people to learn and constantly be learning. And then after they finish up their classes, they spend 6 months overseas with the missionary from our board. And while they're with that missionary, they are going out and they're ministering, they're learning the language, so they're going out and they're in language school. Also, though, they are reading books and discussing them with the missionary and doing a few more classes to help them wrap up. And when they finish, they can come up and they'll have a degree from the Our Generation Training Center. And typically when they're finished, they're prepared, they're ready to go and to start deputation to go where God has called them to the field. And there are many young people right now. We actually have several that are on their internships with the Our Generation Training Center that are good friends of ours. We're excited to see how God's been working in their lives as they're in different parts of the world. And some of them are about to wrap up their internship in just a few months, and they're going to be coming back and start deputation. And I'm excited to see what God is going to do in their lives. But you see, right now, the Our Generation Training Center, there's a small issue. You see, with almost 20 students, they're at their capacity to house students. There's not a lot of room. We've got people that are wanting to come down and that are wanting to train and do missions, and we have a waiting list right now because we just don't have room for them. So right now they're trying to raise some additional funds, and they're trying to raise $180,000 so that they can purchase more housing, so they can provide more space for more students, so that we can train more people to get the gospel to a lost and dying world. And I am so thrilled about this. And I'm investing in it myself because I want to see another generation of missionaries sent out. I want to see more young people come and to learn and to train, because the Our Generation Training Center really did help me. I came down and just did a 1-year internship with Vision Baptist Church and the Mission Board and the Our Generation Training Center, but I was there. I was in some of the classes. I was in Friday class that we have each and every week, and that helped to teach me, because when I came down here, I knew very little about deputation. I knew very little about church planning, and I still don't know everything. But I have slowly learned and gotten better and understanding more because of the investment in me. And one thing I love about the Our Generation Training Center is there's missionaries that are around that are either on deputation, they've come back on furlough, they've planted churches, and they're there and they're pouring their life into these young people. What other thing is great is too is, it's not just as some Bible colleges are and where you're just going to class and really there's not much opportunity for you to get involved in ministry. Here at the Our Generation Training Center, they are taught things, and then they're asked to go out and to serve and to preach and to teach and to do all of these things so that they can practice what they're learning. And it gives them a lot of experience if they're willing to invest. And I would like to challenge you to see what part you could have in helping the Our Generation Training Center. Maybe you could just pray. That is one good step. Pray that God can help us raise, the Our Generation Training Center can raise this $180,000. Pray that God will raise up more young people to come and to train, because we need more people. With 7.6 billion people in this world, and most of them lost and on their way to hell, we need as many people willing to give their lives to missions, and the Our Generation Training Center will equip those people to go and effectively plant churches and train men to reach the world with the gospel. Maybe you could do a little bit more. Maybe you could give. It could be just a couple dollars. Maybe there's someone that goes watch this video that has a little bit more, they could give more. They're trying to raise $180,000 as quickly as possible. And I want to challenge you, see what part, pray about what part you could have. And maybe you could give, you could give to invest because you think, well, why would I give? Well, you're investing in the future of missions. And then that is what is so important about this project, is you're investing in the future of missions. So giving towards this is going to help further missions for several generations, as many more young people for years down the road are coming and training and having an impact in their life at the Our Generation Training Center and then going and preaching the gospel. So I challenge you to see what part you can have with the Our Generation Training Center. You can actually go to ourgenerationministries.com, and I'll add that in the description here. I'll add the website there. You can go there and you can give through that. You can contact myself about how you can give, ways you can give, or who you can get to, or you can actually contact Vision Baptist Missions or the Our Generation Training Center if you'd like to give. I'm going to ask you this week, as we're talking about, it's all about missions. The Our Generation Training Center really is all about missions. It's all about training young people to give their lives to go and take the gospel to people who've never heard. I'd like to challenge you. If you're out there, if you're a young person, if you're a high schooler, you just graduated high school and you're wondering what you want to do with your life, and you know God wants you to do missions maybe, but you're not sure exactly how to do it, and you don't know where to go to school. Why don't you come check out the Our Generation Training Center, find out more information, and guess what? It is the greatest place you can learn to do missions because they pour their life into people who have done missions. But maybe you could also help by giving and by praying, by investing in the future of missions at the Our Generation Training Center. Again, thanks for joining us for It's All About Missions, and we hope to see you next time. If you haven't yet, please like this video and also subscribe, and want to remind you, give your life, live your life, so we can see the world reached in this generation. What are you going to do to help reach the world in this generation?